Hello and welcome to the live coverage of the Euro 2020. Poland versus Slovakia. Turn up a bit. Turn this down a bit. We're muted for now though, but hello and welcome to everyone in the stream. Hopefully we are all good for this game. It was the one game which hadn't been taken yet. I took it the other day. I went, you know what? You get to see the world's best striker play and you cannot pass up on that opportunity. But we'll check we're all good. We are all good. We'll move this. This is what's coming up on the channel. If you've been here, you'll be able to see what has been coming up. We'll do the shameless adverts later on after the game starts. But yeah, Poland, Slovakia right now could be a good game. We'll start with the actual lineups. And we'll start with Poland first. It's Wojciech Szczesny in there. Then it's Rybus, Bednarek, Glik and Brzezinski as a back four. Then a midfield three of Klich, Krychowiak and Linette. Krychowiak, you're going to know him. Been in his Polish set for a long time. Taylor Click, obviously the Leeds player. And Karol Linette playing in the Serie A. And then up front, obviously Robert Lewandowski, Kamil Josviak on the right. And Peter Zielinski on that left-hand side, obviously usually plays midfield for Napoli, but sitting on that left-hand side, I think that's where he usually plays for Poland. On the bench, it's Skorpuski, Fabianski, Davidovic, Kedizaria, Kozlowski, Zidoverski, Mota, Placheta, Frankowski, Ziaverskok, Helik, and Pushashk. Now, I do apologise to anyone if my pronunciation was a little bit incorrect there. But, hello, Louis. I'm all good, pal. Hello, Kyle. Hello, I hope everyone in the chat is all good. We should be on for a good game today. We really should. strong team. I think Poland have. We talked the other day about teams having depth in goalkeeper. I think Poland are one of them. Wojciech Szczesny is a really, I'm going to say world class goalkeeper. Maybe not world class, but he's definitely talented. And then you've got Skorupski playing currently for Bologna. Or Atalanta, Bologna, right? Anyway, and then Fabianski, obviously the West Ham goalkeeper. We will move on to the Slovakian side. There we go. It's Dubrovka, the Newcastle goalkeeper. Then Hobokan, Skriniar, Satka, and Peter Pekarik, the oldest player in this team. And then a player that I'm actually very familiar with, Jakub Hormoda, the Slavia Prague holding midfielder, playing alongside Juraj Kuka, who plays for Parma. You've got then the veteran, another veteran this time, a player that I think everyone knows who he is, Marek Hamsik. Currently, I don't know, this may be his third Euros, but currently playing, I think contracted to the Alvescan club IFK Gothenburg. Obviously, you know him from his time in Napoli, where he was there for 12 years or so. Everyone knows who Marek Hamsik is, and he's going to be a player that really they're going to look to carry through. And then on the left-hand side, it's Robert Mark and Lucas Harrislin on the right. And then up front, it's Andrzej Duda, the Cologne forward. On the bench, it's Kuszak, Rodok, Vavro, Gregus, Weiss, Suslov, Benesh, Horstvoski, Hanko, Duris, Lobotka, the other Napoli midfielder, and Kostelinik. So again, a decent team. You would say probably Poland got a string, but you've got a Serie A winner there in Milan Skriniar. I mean, a Czech League winner in Jakub Hormoda. Marek Hamsik has been there and done that. He's going to bring you that wealth of experience. Dubrovka is a talented goalkeeper. Andrzej Duda will have a bit of momentum. Cologne obviously played in that relegation final. The momentum could be with Slovakia, but obviously when you've got Robert Lewandowski coming up against, it's always going to be a tough job. And as what has become a custom in my watch-alongs, one of the national anthems, we will start with the home side of Poland. Now, I don't listen to these, so I don't have a clue. Oh, energetic. Energetic. It's good, this. I'm liking it. You want a bit of energy. Some of them lyrics, that was Alien Force. You know what? Really good national anthem. We've got to give it to them. We really do. And then we will load up the Slovak national anthem, the Slovakian one. Here we go, let this play. I didn't expect anything less. Look at this. Passion. And hopefully we get this game is going to be instilled with a lot of passion. Whoa. You know what? I'd be proud. I'd be proud if I was Slovakian instead of Slovak. He's number 9, by the way, Daz. He's Lewandowski. As the players are making their way out onto the pitch. Now I need to remember to turn that down before we get copyrighted by the actual Euro channel. We are on the F1 watch along. Don't know how we've done that. There we go. Obviously, there'll be no F1 watch along this weekend because the Euros is on. And it's way better. Unless, yeah, I don't think there'll be a French watch along Grand Prix. And look, like it's the French Grand Prix. It's pretty wanky. If we have a look at the head-to-head between these two sides, Poland and Slovakia have faced each other 8 times before, with Slovakia winning the most games. That's 4. So a couple of draws as well in there. Their last match was a while ago, 2013, and it was a 2-0 win for Slovakia. Well, so that is 8 years ago. It's a long time. Both teams probably have changed so much. Poland record is 3 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats. And Slovakia is 4 wins, 1 draw, and 3 defeats. As we just see in Slovakia there. All looking very good. Jakub Hormoda, there is going to be a lot of Hormoda appreciation. It's going to be a Hormoda appreciation. Now, if you watched the Scotland game and you had the BBC commentary on, you would know how biased the Scottish commentators were. That's going to be the same with me with Jakub Hormoda. I think Poland will win 3-0. Kyle's go for. I'll give you my predictions soon. We'll go through all the little bits of information. And then Louis said Rowan always gets the most entertaining matches, so you know this will be a bang. I mean, fairness, I got 3-2 Netherlands. I had England 1-0, but that weren't my game. And then the other, this is only technically my second watch-along, technically. But yeah, obviously I got very lucky having that 3-2 Netherlands-Ukraine game. Good result early for Czech Republic. I was backing them over Scotland. And a really good result. Patrick Schick, what an incredible finish. The curl. I mean, we appreciate obviously the distance, but the curl he gets on that to put it in the back of net, incredible goal. But we are here for Poland, Slovakia. We'll stand for the Polish national anthem. And while that's being played, we'll have a look at the ones to watch for this game. And there's none other than Robert Lewandowski. Plays for Bayern Munich, age 32, 190 appearances, 66 goals. He's this season broke the Bundesliga record for the most goals in a season with 41 goals. Is he a potential Ballon d'Or winner? I mean, if he can take Poland through far in this competition, I think it'll be hard to disagree. But you see the Polish fans here belting out the national anthem. So much passion from both sides. It'll be a very feisty game, I feel like this will be. As there, Robert Lewandowski. He's the man you're going to be looking out for, aren't you? I don't think there's anyone else on the pitch. Daz has gone for 4-0 Poland. Everyone backing a Poland win right now. And you know what? I think Poland will win. I don't think he'll be comfortable. I'm going to go Krychowiak. How's this? I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1 for Poland. And I don't think Lewandowski... I want him to score for Euro. I think it's going to be a Jan Bednarek header and a Mateusz Klich finish in the midfield. And I think Andrzej Duda might score for Slovakia. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a piss easy walkthrough, as I think people lot the scoreline suggest in the chat. But well, look forward. If you are here before the game starts, I'll get the promotion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that notification bell, all that YouTube stuff. Twitter is at _top corner. The website is the sports-corner.com, and the Instagram is the _sports corner. So obviously we do have Poland and Slovakia. Josh will be live later on with Spain, Sweden. But this is what's coming up on the Sports Corner channel this week. We have got Spain, Sweden with Josh. That'll be the final game of this Group E. The final game of Group E. And good game. Really good game there. Then tomorrow, Hungary versus Portugal. That's with Josh at 10-5. And again, another... I think Portugal will go into that game favourites. But then KD, he snuck that amazing game at 10-8. France versus Germany in that final game of the match day 1. Then we're back with me, Finland versus Russia on the 16th of June, 5-2. Finland coming off a win, Russia coming off a poor performance. Can Finland potentially secure qualification with a win? Then KL will be back with Italy, Switzerland at 10-8 later on that night. That's an amazing game as well. So a couple of good games coming up for you this week. But this game should be getting underway very soon, as I think this is really, I think fans and people are expecting. I'm very good, mate, Russ. I'm very good. How are you? Kind of said Lewandowski 100% deserves the Ballon d'Or no matter how well/bad Poland do. After he was robbed of it when you have spawned for it, no reason. Yeah, I think there are two players that, not outsiders, but in terms of like, it's not your main. Is Lewandowski 100% deserves it, breaking Germuller's record, and then N'Golo Kante. Kante being one of the best players this season. Now, with Kante, if he wins the Euros with France, I think his name will be in higher contention because he's won the Champions League and that, whereas Lewandowski's only won the Bundesliga. And it depends how fans react. I think it should be Lewandowski breaking Germuller's record, winning the Bundesliga. If he can get out the group in this tournament, I think that'd be great. N'Golo Kante has got people around him that if N'Golo Kante has a bad game, France can still progress in this tournament. Whereas Robert Lewandowski, it will be the Lewandowski show. And good to hear you are all good, Russ. As this game is gonna be looking here, is gonna get us underway. Slovakia, we're in St. Petersburg in Russia. No, St. Petersburg. That's Russia, isn't it? St. Petersburg, yeah, it is in Russia. It's the Gazprom Arena, where I think that would be Zenit that play there, I presume. They're sponsored by Gazprom. We'll go out for a goal kick already. And it'll be interesting to see how the pace of this game changes. Will Poland really play around Robert Lewandowski? Because he is that man. You're going to hear his name so much today from me. he will be the man that Poland will be relying on. They've got talent around him, don't get me wrong. I think Zielinski is a great mid-player. You've got the Derby winger, Josviak, and obviously Derby not having the best of seasons. But defensive Kamil Glick and Jan Bednarek is good. I mean, Glick, very experienced, currently playing at Benevento, and obviously Jan Bednarek at Southampton. Two talented centre-backs, one a bit older than the other. You've got Rybus on the one side, currently plays for Lokomotiv Moscow. Another side, Berezynski, who plays for Sampdoria. So, it's not a young side and it's not an old side. It really is. It's going to veer on the older side if we're looking at thinking of it. Good talented team, can they do it? And as for Slovakia, they've got good players. I mean, Mate Dubrovka, Milan Skriniar, Peter Petric played in the Bundesliga for quite a while. Marek Hamsik, Andrzej Duda, Jakub Moda, all played in high tier levels. Jakub Moda, no, but they all play at high tier levels. So there is definitely a chance for these teams. They've got players who could help them in these games. And it will be very interesting to see as we have got our first foul. It was going to go Krychowiak on a Jakub Moda. And my room absolutely smells of like meat. Of like cooked meat. I think it's been some's been cooked downstairs. And it's gone right up into the room. It's strong. When's next on at Hampden Park? Do you mean like when's the next game? There, I don't know where we're playing our games, Daz. Have a Google. Yeah, I don't know where we're playing our games. Don't care. We've just got to win ours, but we're not really here for England. As Slovakia will have a free kick here, going to be crossed in by Hamsik. It's a deep, it's a great ball in. There's a man up in the box. It's headed across, and Lewandowski does his defending duties. Obviously, I know KL is not happy. Obviously, no Kamil Grysicki not being called up to the Polish team. But that's an incredible ball, and he could have been possibly offside. And was it Milan Skriniar who wins that? I don't know who wins that first header, but breaks at 4. Slovak players there breaking away from the Polish line. Could set pieces be their most dangerous area? It's one of the ones we would just have to wait and see. But we obviously want goals. We got a good goal scoring game yesterday. We want to see a repeat of that today. If we look at Czech Republic and Scotland's game. Scotland, I think they enjoyed quite a bit of possession, but they really did nothing with it. It's a good turn by Zielinski. To Lewandowski. He's had a shot outside the box. It's hit his own player. I think it's hit Klitsch there. And it's been headed down. Slovakia will just have to clear the lines here, and it not being cleared. Zielinski's won it back. So it was Linette. Krychowiak and little stumble there. As this is passed around nice by Poland, given away. And it's possible Slovakia counter-attack. And that's well defended. It was Robert Mack. Is it Robert? I think it's Robert Mack. Yeah, Robert Mack on the counter-attack. Just surrounded by Polish players. Krychowiak though, into the midfield to, I think that's to Linette. It's a good ball in behind. Lewandowski on his right foot. Blocked. Lewandowski wins it back. The ball's crossed back into the box. And Skriniar has headed it out for a throw-in. Polish player down in the box, but great bright start. If Slovak's number 20 scores, can we get a return of the max on play? You know what, Russ? Yes, you can. To be honest, I used to not like Lewandowski years ago because I felt like he went down too easy. But he's a great striker, respect for him for all he's done. Prefer him over the majority of players who are so-called equal or better than him. Exactly, I think right now there are no strikers better than him. Genuinely, obviously Borussia Dortmund, then to Bayern Munich, and has been at the peak of his career for so long, and it's mental that as he's like a fine wine. He just gets better as he gets older. Ball tried to be switched across all the way across to the wing to Josviak, who will take this throw in, and Poland have done well to keep the ball in Slovakia's half. And Slovakia haven't really able to get it up front too with the Ondrej Duda or Harislin or Mack, whoever's stayed up. Poland now is just going to be a control game. Get some possession. That's a poor pass back. Kamil Glick does well, gets his foot to end. Poland will just pass it around here, looking for them open spaces. Looking for that. We've seen how Robert Lewandowski he can make runs in behind these defenders like butter. And I think Zielinski's had a great start, energetic, really energetic. A throw will be taken. And if we look at Group E, it's a very tough group. It really is. It's Sweden, Spain, Slovakia and Poland. And now any of them teams you could say, oh, they will definitely... Spain are obviously going to be your favourites to get top 2. But Duda, to return of the Mac, switches it across. And Slovakia's really second major chance after that free kick. Hamsik plays it to the midfield. Defended well by Kuchariak. Now could be a counter attack for Poland here with Linette into the midfield. There's a man open on the right if he can get to him, and it cannot. It was Zielinski there, who I don't think he's playing at left wing. Don't know what formation they're playing here, but he's definitely not the one that I said he was playing at. Klitsch plays it to Josviak, who's created a bit of space outside the box here. To Lewandowski. Tries to play it through. To Zielinski. Can't get it through. But again, Poland taking back control of the game. One little Slovakia chance. Then Poland calming the nerves. And Poland keeping just a level head here. Lewandowski coming, sitting back, coming up. He's practically playing at fullback now. And you know what? I think Poland will be coming into this game favourites, but both of these sides will be keeping a very keen eye on the game later on, Spain-Sweden. Because if that ends a draw and one of these teams comes away with 3 points, they will really think they could secure that. And if Spain lose, Spain's are probably the favourite, but never count out all 3 of these teams. They've got talent in the pitch. That's going to be given for a foul on Klitsch, the Leeds midfielder. And that was a Kukta, the midfielder for Slovakia. Currently applies his trade in at Parma in the Serie A. It's going to be a free kick for Poland this time, and we saw Slovakia have one just for a bit deeper. It'll be Zielinski, and I think that is Berzinski who's standing over it. But I think it's going to be Zielinski who's hitting this. It's a good ball in. Pushed away by Dubrovka. Finds Linette, who's pushed over to his left-hand side. Ball to Klitsch. Puts it back in. Lewandowski jumps up, doesn't win it. Poland still get the second ball. Berzinski. Poland will happily just take it back to the defence. And you know what? I think a goal will come if they keep on doing this. Just recycle the ball. Not keep on pinging in, because that's what they haven't done. It'll be a cross if they've cleared it. Instead of going for it again, they'll just slow it down, let everyone get their shape again, and then go back again. Bednarek. High work rate from today. Now it's Josviak. Into the midfield. To Zielinski. To Klick. To Josviak. Good ball in. And the ball stayed in the box. And it's going to be a free kick. I think it was Kuchariak who was arriving late. It wasn't. It was just a lovely pass by Klick. Finds Josviak. Puts a lovely dangerous sort of ball into the box. And then who's that that's gone down? It was Rybus who was arriving late. And Peter Pekarik. Just take... when he lands, just get a bit of face. An arm to the face. Not what you want to see. uncomfy injury. Croatia vs Czech Republic from Hampden Park, England vs Scotland from Wembley, both on Friday. Right. Hiya, Chris. Hope you're all good, pal. Hope you are all good. Forward to this game. If they're both on the same time, then we'll both on the same time or both on Friday, Daz? If they're both on the same time, we'll think. If not, if both on Friday, we'll have all games covered regardless. Different times. Fairness, it doesn't really matter where the game's been taking place in it. I mean, home advantage and all that, but doesn't really matter, does it? Where did it? Scotland, Czech Republic took place at Hampden Park, didn't it? By the way, the national anthem, is it Fields of Athenry, or what their Scotland's national anthem's called? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just your usual self. That's good to hear. It's very good to hear. Oh, you know what? Quite a dapper suit. Quite a dapper suit from Tarkovic, the Slovakian coach, Stefan Tarkovic. Really nice. Liking the suit. I'll give him that. That was nice. And they have just changed the formation. It is actually back three from Poland, really. Rybers sort of coming into midfield. When defending, it turns to a 4-4-2. But obviously on the attack, it is a 3-5-2. Really, with Chariak sitting a bit deeper, I should expect. So good ball to click to Josviak. Nice little turn. And again, it seems what I'm saying, repeat myself, but it's Poland again. Berezinski. Bednarek now plays it to Chariak. Back to Bednarek. And Poland just knocking on the door of Slovakia. Giving away here. Opportunity for a Slovakia counter-attack. It's a great pace on the counter. It's Dude. Kutka now. Has Andrzej Duda proper dyed his hair? I think he has. He's gone proper blonde. I know he's always blonde, but he's like he's like Gaza. He's done a Gaza. And unfortunately, Slovakia attack is not the most convincing back pass by Hubachan to Martin Dubravka, forced to make a quick reaction there. Shame though, because that counter had quite a bit of pace in it from Andrzej Duda. Speaking of that man, Andrzej Duda puts it onto his right foot, still outside the box, goes for a shot. Is that is not in? Whew. Flowers of Scotland, thank you. There you go. See, Kyle, I have you. It's why I love Kyle in the stream. So I'll say something, he'll just go, "Is this wrong?" I'm like, "Thank you, thank you." He's literally my personal Google for stuff that I just don't Google. Kyle have just signed Tristan Abrahams on 2 year deal from Newport, talent player. He's not proven goal scorer, but still young. Got potential. Genuinely, because I realise, Chris, like when we sometimes, like, it's solo stream from me, we'll talk about just sort of how the League 2 season's going. We haven't, what's it called? We haven't like said anything. No signings. We just had our released and returned list, and that's it. So, where? Oh, I don't want to say that we're bad, but we're not good. But we're not bad. It's one of them ones. As it's race week this week as well, which I can't claim. Croatia vs Czech Republic is 5. England's got nice. That England-Scotland game is big, not just in terms. I think it should be a win for us. Should be. I'm not going to rule out yet. But it's just a big sort of a regional derby. Regional. We're part of the same thing, same island. Just a foul there. Kuska, late challenge on Zielinski, I think, back of his head. But Rebus will cross this ball in. And this is where the position where we saw that really good ball come in from Hamšík. Can we see the same from Rebus? Got to be looking for probably Jan Bednarek, Glik, Robert Lewandowski. Tall players, Krychowiak as well, can easily win a header. Just going to take his time. And it's weird to see stadiums at full capacity, but it's probably just due to COVID, but it just looks strange. As it will be whipped in, it's a dangerous ball. It's going to go all the way out for a throw-in. Bit too much. We have 2 departures, one to local rivals Barrow, one with Burton, another to Bristol Rovers. It's the one thing you can't control. You can't control your players leaving, unfortunately. And I think every team can agree with that. I shouldn't have looked at Twitter. I was just checking Twitter thingy. Which I should have checked Twitter. But Hamsik there. I need to mute my phone. Because I move it away from me. Because I saw the messaging chat. So, don't... you can replace them. You can exactly replace them. So what I'm going to do is... just to throw in here deep for Slovakia in the half. So I'll just move that. Ball switched all the way across now. That's a good switch of play as well. Finds Peter Pekarik. Playing into the midfield now. Opportunity for Slovakia. Robert Mack will take it to the corner here. Oh, that is lovely from Mack. Takes past one, finishes it in the bottom left, and Robert Mack has put Slovakia 1-0 ahead. And what a goal. Nice little solo goal from Robert Mack. Really, that was lovely from him there. As I can only play like 5. That's enough as we can play. It might go down as a Szczesny own goal. Used to play for Manchester City, but lovely just takes it past Berezinski there. Through his legs, good touch, and then a good placement. Should Szczesny be doing better there? We'll have a look at this sort of the angle that's a bit closer. Oh, it's come off the post and off Szczesny. That'll go down as probably a Szczesny own goal. But Slovakia, against all odds, are 1, not 2-1, not 21 up, 1-0 up. And I'm about to say it's against the odds, but Poland have been sort of enjoying possession and that pressure. So for Slovakia to go and put it in the back of the net, yeah, it's gone down as a Szczesny own goal, unfortunately. But Slovakia will not be complaining at all. Who's doing the Wales game? Don't know, mate. I do not know. Wait and see on the Euro advert. Turkey Wales. I don't know. Think it's been confirmed. So we'll just wait and see. It won't be me because I'm doing the game before, and it's more likely going to be Josh or KD because KL will be doing Italy, Switzerland. I'm doing Finland, Russia. So, but great league. 20 minutes in, sorry, and we've had a goal here. Comes sort of courtesy of Robert Mack, if we're being honest. Just takes it past Berezinski. Tries to put it in that bottom left, hits the post, but comes off the back of Szczesny's. Thomas Hubakam, or Chan, is going to get yellow carded here. Just crops down Gregor Krychowiak. Just stops, slows the play down, slows the counter attack down, more importantly. But Slovakia taking the lead here. And Poland now going to come back from just a 1-goal deficit. Something I don't think they probably were expecting. Really. But that's all come from Robert Mack. And guys, I'm going to have a look at Robert Mack's career. Played for Manchester City there for 2 years. Did not play a single game. Went to Nuremberg. Was there for 4 years. Then to PAOK Zenit. Back to PAOK on loan as well. Konyaspor, and obviously Ferencváros. Ferencváros joins in that tough group against Barcelona in the Champions League. And good early start. That's what you want. We wanted a goal, and that's the only thing that matters. We got them. And it's going to go for a throw in here. Don't know how Mack has got past that, because that is a 2-on-1, but well done to him. And now Slovakia can really control the game because Poland have to go for it. And I don't. Slovakia obviously will not. Just just being kicked off his own player. But obviously Slovakia won't sit back. Robert Lewandowski though. Great pressure from Lewandowski to force Milan Skriniar, the Inter Milan centre-half, to kick out for a throw-in. Great pressure from the forward. I need to throw my phone somewhere because I can hear it buzzing and I'm scared that it's spoiling a goal, so we'll throw it over there. And we're all good. Josviak. Poor passing. It could be another counter-attack. Who was... Jakub or Moda there starting a counter-attack. It's going to be a yellow card for Gregor Krychowiak. He's just been fouled in the previous build-up. Now he's going to go and done it himself. And Moda there started to sprint away. It was a poor first touch. Tug on the back. And when he 3 more signings, back up right back and left back and right wing to play Josh Coyote. So going back to Rotherham, hasn't it? Hopefully we'll be playing next month for Rotherham. Obviously now they're in League One. Unfortunately for Josh, he's one step further away from us though, which is nice. I mean, I know Hull went 1 step away from us, 2 steps now, but at least Rotherham are coming a bit closer, bless him. You know what? I think this game probably, if you're a betting man, will have a couple more yellow cards in, because see Peter Peckerick there. And the thing is, it's not even any malicious fouls, it's just, we'll take him down, slow the game. It's both teams not allowing the other side to get momentum. But Poland have to go for it, because if they go into the half 1-0 down, you would expect to see a couple of changes for both teams to really go for it. And again, another foul in the midfield. This was Josviak. Yeah, it'd be good for the Rotherham talent forward. Exactly. In League One, he'll get some game time as well, hopefully. But I know it was quite decent for you, so. And Poland are just passing around here, and it's going to be Zielinski. Love a little burst of pace. Can he find anyone? Goes back to Krychowiak. They're trying to play this ball in behind, but tell you what, Milan Skriniar and Saka, Brazilian, as it's like Lubomir Saka, one of the only players in this Polish side, I think, if I'm right, that like plies their trade in Poland, plays for Lech Poznan. But not many people in the starting 11 play in the Ekstraklasa, or however you pronounce it. It's a tough pronunciation. But the sort of goal scorer there. A couple of times though, he's run down that left hand side, and Berezzinski has seemed to have problems with him. And it did come to a goal. And I think we could see the same for Zielinski on the Polish side. He's cut inside so much, and they haven't been able to catch him. Qualifiers, also Mari Patrick will be too. He's at Burton now. It's the one problem we've always said about League 1 and League 2 is just, you get players on loan from higher clubs, but you never get to see them fully progress with your club unless they come from your own academy. It's Peckerick now. I think that might be an arm to the I'm trying to think, the crown jewels. Linetti there, he was trying to win there, they just swung an arm across. And he won't get up. Peckerick, 34 years old, probably should be his last European competition. The Hertha Berlin fullback. Matt, do you think it might be retiring actually? I'm just going to look. Still at Hertha. We'll check transfer market because we can trust it. Oh, I can find out his pronunciation. No, I can't. I clicked play and it didn't even play, but the ball's in the box. And Rebus couldn't put it in. And now it's Duda. And Slovakia can counter-attack here. To Robert Mag. To Hamšík. Back to Mac. Back to Hamšík. Switched all the way across to the left-hand side. To Harrislin. Gets past one. Gets past another. Gets past another. Cleared well. Shot comes from outside the block. It's Tucker blocking. It's gone for a corner. Peckerick with that shot. That was lovely from him. I think that is Harrislin. Takes it past Linetti. Takes it past Rebus. Linetti comes back well to make the second challenge. And then Pekarik goes for the ambitious shot outside the box, takes a sort of a major deflection there, goes for a corner, and that counter-attack from Slovakia with Robert Mack going forward and Andrzej Duda has looked quite dangerous. There's just potential VAR check. Check is over. It was possible for a handball, problem unlikely, but corner comes in, still in the air. Going to go back to the outside of the box. Harrison lays it off to Duda, who pulls it onto the right hand side and a lot of space, time to cross it in. The cross comes in a little bit too much onto it, but Harrison keeps it in. Couple of step overs to Hubachan. Cross it in. Great block by Click, I think that is. Doing it. Oh, he might be Berezinski, but lovely. Oh! Chance outside the box from Kuka there. It was dipping. It was an ambitious shot. It just hits the roof of the net, but just dips. Just doesn't dip quick enough. Ambitious opportunity. It's last spot in League 2 clubs, exactly, Chris. Exactly. And it was a nice shot there. And tell you what, when Slovakia get pressure, Poland don't look confident. They really don't. Now they will pass this ball around. Poland got to get something going. So right now, I think Slovakia probably look the better side in terms of chances. With obviously that goal from Robert Mack. We had the chance from Kuka. We had that chance from Pekarik. Lewandowski can't get it past Pekarik. Obviously, Pekarik would have defended against Lewandowski so much over both of their careers. Berezinski though to Josviak puts the ball, and it's not the best ball. Back to Josviak. To Zielinski. Still Zielinski. This is nice from him. Lays it off. Cross comes in. Headed away. Lewandowski couldn't get his head on it. It was Click who played the ball in. And that was Milan Skriniar, Saka, one of the centre halves who won the header, cleared it away, but Poland will come again. Good pressure from Jakub Hormoda on Click. Forces Click to go back the way to Berezinski. But I think Zielinski has been one of the men today on both teams who's really wanted to take this game for both sides. Slovakia win a free kick in the midfield. Andrzej Duda being fouled, trying to create a bit of an opportunity. And, you don't even know, it could be Krzywiak, could be Linetti who commits that foul. Absolutely surrounded by Polish players. But 15 minutes left in this half, and Poland, I don't think have been, the brightest spark that we would have expected from them. So good ball in. Goes to Robert Mack on the left. Still Mack. Tries to take it past Berezinski. Berezinski has it covered. To Hamšík. Still Hamšík. Blocked well by Click. Hubachan though, going to play it back to this left hand side, and this is where they've been dangerous. Robert Mack. Good ball in behind to Andrzej Duda. Not many men in the box, just Hamšík is the only one right now. Still Duda. Backheeled it to Robert Mack. That's a lovely backheel. Cross comes in. Took a bit of a deflection. Man, someone's gone down in the box. And Pekarik will let it go out for a throw-in. Could we see a penalty here? Ref's just going to give a bit of a warning to Kuka. There, who has gone down. Who went down in the box. That's him, right? His name's spelled different on his shirt. Yeah. His name's spelled different on his shirt than it is on, everywhere else. But Slovakia playing well here. Playing really well. And they are probably the underdogs in this game due to the talent up front with Poland in the midfield. But playing some nice football. Mack and Harrison on them wings have caused a lot of danger. Speaking of man Robert Mack, just playing it around. as that would be Dubravka there, thinking of the long pass and pressure from Poland. And they will, and you tell you what, well done Slovakia. In danger, Saka, keeping a calm level head, does get it cleared, but Josviak wins it back. Great interception in the midfield. And he's made a nice run in behind to get it to him. And they don't. They'll go to Matthijs Klick. In that Leeds team this year, in the first season in the Premier League. We'll be there next season as well. It's Josviak. Blocked well. And another counter-attacking opportunity being squandered by another Polish foul, this time on Ibis. Won't get a card for it, but it's tactically great by Poland, because that's probably 3 opportunities now when Slovakia have looked to counter-attack, and just a little tug of the shirt, the player goes down, easy foul. And luckily no cards, only one for Krychowiak, which was, I think, a very obvious and deliberate foul, whereas the other ones, they've disguised them very well. Now, good defending. Klick, though, does well, wins it back to Zielinski. Not the best ball to Lewandowski. It's given away, and Hamsik, trying to counteract, takes a heavy touch, but he's still going to go in. Hamsik then plays it onto the wing for Pekarik. Got a lot of pace, but there's no one in the box. He'll just play it in. Headers won straight into the hands of Wojciech Szczesny. It was Kutka who wins it. He's actually done really well to win that header, but straight at the hands of Szczesny. He's not going to test the Juventus goalkeeper. But Hamsik, I thought he took an awful touch, and it wasn't that bad as ball over the top to Josviak. Defended well by Milan Skriniar. And Poland have had moments, but right now Slovakia 1-0 up as it stands. Back to Kamil Glik. And this is the shades of Poland we saw at the start of the game before the goal went in. Playing it around the back, looking for these open space in midfield, and then going. And we're seeing here Zielinski, he's been one of the key men for this. To Lewandowski. Passing around nice here, Poland. But well intercepted by Slovakia. Not cleared properly. Short side the box. Krychowiak just puts it over the crossbar. Just a bit of a miscommunication there between Hamsik and I think Kuka. Smart by Dubravka, not touching it. Didn't need to. Just goes over the crossbar, but good opportunity for Poland. See if they can use that to the momentum. With 10 minutes left in this game, can Slovakia hold on? Because it'll be a huge win for them, because then Poland are going to have to go out and beat Spain and Sweden. Slovakia obviously will have Spain and Sweden to play as well, but at least they would have that 3 points. And so with the teams in third being able to still go through, it opens the opportunity for a side like Slovakia, who in a very tough group may have not gone through with first and second. They could still go through in third. Ball being given away though. It's a very poor pass. And Robert Lewandowski now. And Lewandowski returns in the middle. He had Josviak on the right open. And he couldn't get the pass to him. Sort of tried to tap it himself. Been quite invisible today, Lewandowski. We obviously know that he has got so much talent around him at Bayern Munich, but you would have expected maybe him to try to create a bit much more. Zielinski on the turn, just puts it past the post. Another opportunity for Poland that goes amiss. Good little turn from him. Just not on target there. He had men across from him. He had Lewandowski, he had Krychowiak who was arriving. Went for it himself, puts it wide, but another opportunity for probably the best Polish player on the pitch right now. I mean, it's not hard. Don't think they've done much. But 10 minutes left in this half, and I think Slovakia have had quite an exceptional half. 6 attempts, only 1 on target. Poland 5 attempts, 0 on target, but Slovakia have played their game well. Duda now. Oh, that is lovely by Duda. Little turn to Hamsik outside the box, puts it way wide. Waste of an opportunity, but both teams are not afraid to shoot And when you want goals, and when it isn't a game that, like, when it's not like England, for example, it's not your nation, you don't mind it. More and more shots could lead to more and more goals, hopefully. Hopefully. So don't forget to join Josh for Spain versus Sweden. That will be later on at 8 o'clock. I think everyone will be keeping their eyes on that game because it's a very good game. Sweden, not a side to underestimate. Obviously, no Ibra, but Click on the wing, plays the ball in, blocked well by Skriniar. Mark loses it to Josviak. Krakowiak and Poland win the ball back. Well, Zielinski tries to play it through. It's intercepted, and Karol Linetti goes for the shot. And blocked well by again, Milan Skriniar, being a rock today. The thing is, you think if Linetti leaves that, does the ball get through to Lewandowski? Instead, Linetti went for the shot. Never mind, it wasn't even a corner, it wasn't even a block. It just went wide. Duda. Hamsik now. Looking for an open space. The Hubachan. To Skriniar, Slovakia. Good pressure from Poland if they can use it. Ooh, not the most convincing of clearances from Dubravka. Takes the deflection off Lewandowski and Poland get the ball back in a good area. Krakowiak. Still with him. You don't expect him to have skill there. Ball playing into the box. Doesn't find any men in the white shirts. Ball won by the Josviak again. It's one thing he's done very well. Maybe not going forward, but definitely winning the ball back for his side. Done that a couple of times so far today. Zielinski now. Lovely little drive from him. Tries to cross it in, blocked well. And Duda, you see him doing his defensive duties, giving it to Robert Mack. And now it's Saka who clears it. But Josviak, really good game from him today. Really good game today. Obviously at Derby County. I think one of the youngest players in this side, if I'm correct. Signed from Lech Poznan this year for 3 million. But yeah, I think I'm just looking to see one appearance in the Europa League qualified. That's Europa League, sorry. For Lech Poznan before joining. That's in the Nations League. Played all 6 games. I think it's all 6. He's played so many games. 41 games this season for the 23-year-old because his birthday has just been. Been a good start from him though. Slovakia again. Switch it across. Well controlled by Mack. One of the standout players this game so far for Slovakia. And I would say getting on the score sheet as well. A nice piece of excellence from him. Put it in the back of the... Oh, sort of back off Szczesny to the net. It's an absolutely murky day today. Not sunny, but still absolutely roasting. Here. That's going to be a foul on Judge Duda. Not allowing Josviak to move the ball away, but Poland take the free kick quick. Linetti onto that left hand side. They just go back to Glick, and the problem is that when they've gone back to the thing, there's no midfielders or no wingers there really available. As it's Josviak having to go back to Glick. And again, no options. I mean, Lewandowski's up there by himself, don't get me wrong, but I think the passes to him haven't been to a good standard. And again, another misplaced pass there, this time from, I think that was Berezzinski. Won well. Won back by Josviak. Won back by Hormoda. That's a really good ball. Now Mack got a bit of room to Duda. To Marek Hamsik. Back to Duda. Nice switch play. There's a lot of room on the right if they want to use it, and they do. With Harrislin. With Pekaric, sorry. Harrislin was sat a bit deeper. But This game, I don't think it's been the most exciting, to be honest. I really don't. I don't think it's had that entertainment factor. As Duda. Let's go man open the right instead. It's a poor ball by Andrzej Duda. We'll go for a throw-in at least. But puts way too much on it. I think maybe I'm looking for Jakub Hormoda. I don't know who's searching for, but puts out of play. I don't think both teams don't really look like scoring. And I mean, I think that's evidenced by the shots on target Duda though. Giving away this time, and it could be another counter-attack. Robert Lewandowski. Got Josviak on the right-hand side. Still Lewandowski. To Krychowiak. Puts it onto the left. Rebus plays it in. Headed well by Jakub Hormoda. Rebus wins it back. He'll put another ball in. To Lewandowski's foot. Lewandowski shoots. And probably what is his first chance of the game. Puts it wide of the post. But it's a good ball in by Rebus. Great control for Lewandowski. And just couldn't get it on target. You expect, but in fairness, with Robert Lewandowski, you know if he got this chance again, he would probably put it on target, even in the back of the net. I still believe he's one of the world's best strikers, even if he has a poor Euros, which I think if he has a poor Euros, he would be ruled out the Ballon d'Or, which I think would be very unfortunate, because if this was a year without an international competition, I think we would all easily be talking about him as guaranteed Ballon d'Or winner, really. Yes, he may have not won the Champions League, but you've got to look. He should have won it last year, but you've got to look at this year and say, well, he still had a very excellent season. So, I think it's one of them ones. One of them ones. And I mean, with 2 minutes left, none of these teams really don't look like scoring. So yeah, half time. We'll have a look at the stats and some changes the teams can make. Remember, changes that Poland can make. I mean, we may see a late goal. Krychowiak plays the ball in. Lewandowski don't win the header. Click. And Jakub Hormoda with some great defending there from the midfielder. And he plays out to left to Mack. He's got a bit of time. To Duda. Duda fizzes it across to his captain. Hamšík, who moves across to that right hand side really well. Still Hamšík. Goes for the shot. Blocked. Still Hamšík. And he couldn't get it to Haraslin. Good defending though. From Saka. Not Saka. From Jan Bednarek. The Southampton man. Poland will go now. Click. And both teams really turning the engines on now. Josviak plays it in. Well won back there by Bereszynski to Josviak. Zielinski puts way too much on the pass to Bereszynski, and that could spell the end of the first half here. Maybe 1 minute at a time. I don't see much at a time. I really don't. I've just dropped a mint. That's embarrassing. As this half, I mean, Hamšík has put an absolute shift in. I think a lot of the Slovakian team has. I'm just looking. 10 seconds less than normal time. Maybe 1-2 minutes have added, but I don't think there'll be much. And I tell you what, Robert Lewandowski not in this game today really isn't. And it's mental to say, but unfortunately and it will be 1 minute. With big players like Lewandowski, they never really shine. It's one of the things with Messi, like, well, Messi should have won a World Cup or etc. in that strong Argentinian side, whereas you don't expect Lewandowski to have in this Polish team. And sometimes I feel like people will go, oh, well, Ronaldo's won a Euros, like, etc., etc. But it's like, but look at his team around compared to. There's been some great players who would have never achieved major European success, or international success due to their nation they play for. I think Lewandowski is one of them. Click. Takes the throw in quick to Josviak. He's got to get the ball in. 5 minutes left. Keeps the ball in. And it's going to be a foul. And that, when this kick is taken, I think that's going to be whistle blown for half time. And we sat here 1-0. Robert Mack. It did go out to play. Actually, it would be a goal kick. You can see the Slovakia fans absolutely buzzing here. They're loving it. And why would you not be? You're seeing your team win in the European Championships. As that whistle will be blown. And I was going to say Wojciech Szczesny's fault. Says we're disconnected. We should be okay. We should be okay. Very strange. But 1-0 stands for Slovakia. A Wojciech Szczesny own goal with all the difference. I have just seen where it's cut out on the YouTube, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, own goal from Wojciech Szczesny. Robert Mack takes it past Berezinski and then puts it into that bottom left, off the post, into Wojciech Szczesny's head, basically, back, and puts it in the back of net, own goal. And I think it's really hard to say who's been the better side, because on the counter-attack, it has been Slovakia. But if we're just talking the base game, it's been Poland passing around nice. I think Josviak and Zielinski have been two of the best players on the pitch out of the full 22, but they're not winning at the end of the day. And this was one of the games I think Polish fans were going, okay, this is a game that we can win. I think same with the Sweden one. I think a lot of these teams in the group will go with Spain. Spain is a tough one, but every other game, all three teams will go, we can win this game, and currently Slovakia are prevailing with that. Obviously, if you're on YouTube channel, don't forget to check out all the social medias. Here, we've got the YouTube, youtube.com/the Sports Corner YT. Twitter is at the _top corner. The website is the sports-corner.com. And the Instagram is the _sports corner. There we go, we got there. You know, it's not been, I think, like that Ukraine-Netherlands game, both teams were going for it, whereas this one, it just hasn't been. I mean, Kyle says it here. Slovakia have been good. Poland are just awful. Wonder if anything will change. We'll look at changes in a second. So don't forget, like, as Kyle always, we can rely on him, put us the link in. As we're going to take the headphones off, hurting a little bit on the ear. But thank you very much, Kyle, for putting the links in. We also had our man, one to watch man, was Robert Lewandowski. Really, done absolutely nothing today. If we look at the home team's lineup, I mean, if we're looking at the team, you go Petr Zielinski and Kamil Josviak are your two main players. We've got to take people as standouts, I think, then two. And I think Mateusz Klicker's trying to create something, at least. And probably the most invisible man, Lewandowski, unfortunately, not really being involved in this. For Slovakia, really good all-around performance, but I think it's Ondrej, Duda. I think that front three of Mack, Duda and Harrislin, 100% the three that you would stand out. And for Slovakia, they don't need to make any changes. They really do not, I think. How they're set up right now is great. And I think we're seeing with Poland, I don't think they need to make any changes. I just think they need to get back into the game. If they can get a goal back, I feel like the momentum will swing to them, because I would say they may have been the better side, bar the counter-attacks. But this is what's coming up on the actual channel this week. So Spain versus Sweden, that is tonight with Josh and KD. I didn't even see that with KD. Good games. Could set out Group E and how Group E is going to sort of plan out. Hungary versus Portugal, that's at 10-5 with Josh. Should be a win Portugal, but don't rule out Hungary. France versus Germany at 10-8, probably the game of the round. And we're going to see a lot of games of the rounds with this Group F. Then I will be back for Group B, Finland versus Russia at 5-2. Finland coming off a historic 1-0 win. Russia not looking convincing at all. Italy versus Switzerland then will be later on in that night, 10-8 with KL. Switzerland looking, both teams looking to use momentum. Italy coming off a win and Switzerland coming off an unfortunate draw. But Brio Donald Dembolo is looking like $1 million right now. I quickly need the bathroom, is what I do need. So I will Go on, we'll give you some tunes. We will play this. I do apologise because I just need the bathroom really quick. As the music is playing. There we go. I'll be back in literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes. As we are back, thank you for you all bearing with me. This second half obviously is not going to get underway right away. Let me just check. I don't think it would have yet. Streamlabs there. See Ennio Luco in the studio doing the coverage for ITV. So it's the beauty of the Euros and BBC. All of it is free. So I shouldn't have to be paying for BBC, like Now TV and stuff to watch Sky. But bleeding F1. But what I might do just cancel my account and buy day passes. Because I think, well, not now, but luckily I can cancel it for when a month is on. Because there's no F1 for a month, so I'm very lucky there. In terms of, it'll be a shame that it won't be here, but we get a month off. But in this game, I mean, they're just re-showing it. I don't think both teams have really dominated. If you look at the stats, Poland had more possession, Slovakia had more shots and one more on target. Even the goal wasn't a shot on target, I'm pretty confident. It's very hard to say which team has been the better, because yes, Poland had more possession, but Slovakia 8 shots to Poland 7, one more on target. If we look on the bench as well, I think no really massive like substitutes where you go, oh, he can really make an impact. Maybe Stanislav Lobotka from Napoli on the Slovakian side, but Slovakia don't actually need to change anything. They really don't. I think the team that they've got playing right now is very, very good. And like you could say, like Helik, who had a great season for Barnsley, but they don't need to make a defensive change, Poland, because I don't think they've actually been slacking there. It's just really everywhere else. Yeah, is where they've struggled. But we won't be long. I'm just looking here. I'm just looking at the Wojciech says his first game curse lives on. Got a red card in his first and now an own goal. It was unfortunate. I'm just looking at some Max Bielefeld tweeting, Wolfsburg refused the first offer from Leipzig for Lacroix. They obviously want more money. Obviously, we forget that the transfer window is still open, so we can still see a lot of changes. We'll have, because like obviously Sancho is the biggest one who looks to be moving, but everywhere else, it's absolutely being grinded everywhere. As I'm just looking here just to see. I'm just looking to see like what Twitter is saying about this game if I can find it, because it'll be interesting to see if I can see it there. There we go, Poland's there. Willani is trending on Twitter, which is absolutely incredible. Poland failed to register a single shot and a half. I mean, Statman Dave, we love Statman Dave in the YouTube thing. But Robert Max first half, 87 pass accuracy, 28 touches, 3 inside the box, 5 attempts to take on, 2 successful, 1 shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the goal, but he created everything. He created absolutely everything. And Szczesny becomes the first goalkeeper ever to score an own goal in the history of the Euros, which is an absolute incredible stat. It's great. Just people saying, I can't believe the same Andre Duda who played for Norwich. Obviously, if you know, he's one of Cologne's star players. Really, he saved them. Probably at points saved them from going automatically down. And obviously, in that relegation playoff, the first leg was very dramatic, but then the second leg, Cologne really turned us. We can see the ice cream. Hey, the ice cream van. I can also see the ice cream van. Now, I haven't had an ice cream in like 2 days, but I didn't realise. It's not the first Euro. I just saw the thing. Oh no, it's the first in the Euros. It's going to go score in their own goal. No goal at the Euros/World Cup. We've got Doni Subsidiareta in the 1998 World Cup. You've got no Valadares for Honduras in the 2014 World Cup. Jan Sommer in the 2018 World Cup. That's Gladbach's finest keeper, Jan Sommer. And then Wojciech Szczesny is obviously the other one. I don't think KL's here, so we're very lucky. I can give some Jan Sommer slander. Obviously, I was talking to KL about this though. With Switzerland, at one point we could have our 3 goalkeepers. Well, not 1 point. Currently, all of our goalkeepers are Swiss. If we sign Jan Sommer, we could have 4 goalkeepers that were of Swiss nationality. Obviously, Hitz Birkin, we signed Gregor Kobel. If we bin off Luka Umbriahen and Jules Xhaka, bring in Jan Sommer and Mvogo, we've got the best Swiss contingent of goalkeepers at all. I am just looking though. Ronaldo said Portugal not concerned about losing more players due to COVID-19. What I do want to look is, because does that mean Cancelo is out of the entire Euros? That was one thing I didn't understand. Right back at the we don't talk about COVID. I'm just looking to see if Sky have not said. They just talk about Ronaldo's interview. It's just a shame. I want to know, because it'd be 2 weeks. I suppose it's 2-week quarantine protocol, and by then he wouldn't have played any games, I suppose. So it's a shame for Jack Cancelo, one of the Premier League's best fullbacks right now. But I suppose you can't. Yeah, you can't have everything on. AVS fan comes in and says, "Hi, hello, mate. How are you, pal? You doing good? Welcome. If you're new, subscribe, like. If you're not, just hi, hello. How are you? It's just good to see someone in the chat. I'll be honest." I was looking at stats. If Ronaldo will end his career, will end as top scoring footballer of all time, top scorer in the UCL, top scorer in Portugal history, European. Only player to score 100 plus goals for 4 different teams: Juventus, Real Madrid, Sporting, an all-time Real Madrid top goal scorer. Which is incredible. And I think that debate will go on forever, and it's a shame. It really is such a shame that the Messi's in European, and I know that sounds so fucking stupid. I really do. But it is such a shame, because it would be great to see them 2 players, the ones that we talk about all the time, go up against each other in European competition. Get to see them more often, because it's only a World Cup now where you may see them, and depending on how you feel, I'm a Messi fan, not a fanboy, but you'll sub right now, thank you. How's the game going? I'll be honest, mate, you've probably come into the worst watch-along. Just if you want, go watch the Ukraine-Netherlands one that I did last night, because that's been better. I think the counter-attack from Slovakia has been great. I think Andrzej Duda, Robert Mack and Haraslin has caused a lot of problems. On the other end, for Poland, Lewandowski not done much. Zielinski and Józwiak are probably the 2 main players. But Poland haven't done much. No shots on target. I mean, Slovakia only got 1. Slovakia, Robert Mack, though, standing out. Lovely piece of individual skill to get put the shot on, which obviously then comes off Wojciech Szczesny's back. I think also I saw a stat that both own goals in the competition so far have been both scored by Juventus players, and they have, because I was just thinking Demiral got the other own goal, which is absolutely mental. Juventus similar got problem. Speaking of Juventus, heard about Gianluigi Buffon. Watch the Netherlands game, can't watch this one, such a shame. Yeah, game not as good as last night's, but I know, I feel like I've set too much for high bars for my watch along. Like, if you look at like the other guys' watch alongs, Like, KD also had Czech Republic, Scotland, so if KD gets 2 goals in every game, he's fine. Like, but like, Josh has had good games. Austria, North Macedonia. Well, it's KL actually. So KL got a good Austria, North Macedonia 3-1. Josh got a Belgium, Russia 3-0. Josh has actually had the better of games. Italy got a 3-0. Belgium got a 3-0. And you know, this game isn't over. This game really isn't over. I think the only reason that the Netherlands-Ukraine game was so interesting was that Netherlands scored twice in 6 minutes. Then Ukraine did exactly the same thing in 4 minutes. And then Dumfries with that last minute equaliser. I think that's what made the game a lot more interesting. And we could still see it here. I think both teams are capable of scoring goals. But again, both teams are capable of not. They've got 2 very talented goalkeepers in Dubravka and Szczesny. So it'll be very interesting. Who do you want to win the Euros? I want England to win. You've got to back your home nation. So I would have wanted England to win. But if you want to see my predictions, I think we've all made the predictions, and I think we'll look back at it then. But these are mine. So I have Germany as my winners. I have Karim Benzema as golden boot. So for finally, tomorrow I'll be able to actually see Benzema play because I've got the Sky Bet. When you put a tenner on, you get £3 back if they score. £3 free bet. And so finally I'll get to watch Karim Benzema actually play. I've got Mason Mount for most assists. He is on 0 right now. I've got Czech Republic's prize package. Well, they've already won the game. I've disappointed Portugal, obviously not played yet. And that's Sasa Kalajic, who didn't do much for Austria. Marko Arnautovic was that man. But yeah, those were my predictions. Things will get better, trust me. It's a prediction. In fairness, I agree with you. I don't think this game is not over yet. I don't think it's going to end 1-0. I think both teams have got the capabilities to score some goals. It's just will it actually happen? If we're being realistic, probably not. But we're going to have a positive attitude because the game is underway. Because I'm watching on iPlayer, they've just got back to the game. And well, I hate I'm watching on iPlayer. I need a TV signal. I need like a TV aerial in my room that I can plug to my TV so I can watch it on there because stuff gets spoiled a lot easier. And Gavin, I understand your comment now. I think France will win, but I hope Italy wins. I think France are top favourites. Italy, I think, could go really far. Good, comfortable win, 3-0 against Turkey. Not easy side. Burak Yilmaz enjoying one of the such successful Ligue 1 season. It is not over yet, and I think Italy could really do a surprising run here. No changes from both managers here. I wonder if that will become very useful. Yeah, you got that problem again like yesterday. I want a spoiler. I know, it was me who actually got the spoiler as well. Because all I did was, on my other screen, you can't see it. So I've got my game on this right screen in front of me where the camera is. And then on my left screen, it's a good ball in behind. Squared across. And Carol Linetti puts it in. And I already knew the goal would come in. 30 seconds it took. And Carol Linetti puts it in the back of the net. And I said this game would have goals. And I said it before I saw the spoilers. And Slovakia, I don't know what was happening there. And it's probably the worst start possible. 30 seconds in. And it was a lovely run in behind by Rybus. Nice little passing football there. But Rybus squares it across. Lewandowski there, I think, drags. Who does he drag across? He drags across Hubachan, which creates that open space for Linetti. Lovely passing by Click. But good ball by Rybus. Not the best finish by Linetti. A bit slow. Dubravka nearly gets his hand to it. But Carol Linetti makes it 1-0. 1-1, sorry. Exactly. I'm on the 48th minute, yeah. If you're watching it on, we joked about this yesterday. If you're watching on terrestrial TV, you will be a bit further ahead. Been waiting for this to say this. Great start to the second half of Poland. And it's one of the worst things about doing a watch along when you're having to use iPlayer. The mental thing is, generally, if we were all together, we all would have be doing the watch along together, and we wouldn't have to worry about syncing up where we all could be together and not worry about spoilers because on your phone and stuff. But Poland, this momentum surely got to give them hope going forward. As I am going to refresh ITV Hub because I think I'm quite a bit further behind. Yeah, there we go. I'm a lot closer now. I'm a lot closer to the Google thing. That was my one problem. You watching ITV Hub? You genuinely are just. I'm just about to hit the 50th minute in 58, 59. I've hit the 50th minute then if you want to sync up, but you don't have to. You don't have to. I won't force you. Poland now really have got to use this because great 30 seconds in to get the goal. But now I'm like in sync with Google now. I'm only a minute behind, so the update, I won't see the update as quick if a goal does go in. Krychowiak. Should be a good second half, I'm hoping for it. Ball squared into the box! And it's Karol Linete again. He puts it into the hands of Dubravka this time. Maybe, possibly. Here we go. Look at that, Gavin. Look at that. I knew I probably had to just do a refresh. Probably should have done half time. But Karol Linete, another opportunity for the midfielder. Couldn't get it in that time. Maybe if he took a touch there, I think that's a different story. But goes for it the first time. Not the best clinical shot. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh Jesus Christ! I've just seen something on FIFA. It's got nothing to do with the game. Well, it does. The entirety of this FIFA, I have just wanted a Dortmund right back special card, and I have just seen what Borussia Dortmund have tweeted out. The thing is, I don't play FIFA anymore. But I do. But Jesus, we've got a special piece check card. Life is complete. And also, Poland, without two of their former key men, Błaszczykowski and Piszczek, one of their first major international competitions for a long time, without them two, the right back and the right mid. It's going to be a corner for Poland, but it would be very interesting to see how this team really is without them two. I mean, two natural key leaders, but it's not a young side, Poland, so they have got a lot of experience, but maybe not as much as I think. Don't know. But it's a good opportunity. A corner comes in. Duda wins the initial header. The second ball will go in. It's headed by Glick. Are you a Dortmund fan? I am a Dortmund fan. So, like, my English team is Oldham. Just because, like, thingy, but my other team is Borussia Dortmund. Yeah. Just from when, I don't know how old I would have been, but I got one of the Borussia Dortmund kits because I loved it. That's how I used to choose, and probably still do. It's either kits or players, and Oldham was due to I could go to the games. Dortmund was because of the kit, and then recently Slavia Prague because of Peter Olyinka. And it's a shot outside the box that goes way over the crossbar from Harrisley. I mean, it's a bit swinging. We saw Yarmolenko hit it from there the other day. But yeah, Dortmund fan. I'm looking to buy the new shirt as well. I will be waiting for that. And now Cannon. It'll be interesting to see because, I mean, Poland will be the sort of the momentum of the side, but Slovakia, another little opportunity for them. And they've just want to throw in here. Not happy with that. Jasoviec. I am hungry though, and I can smell the food downstairs. I think it's like a spag bol. And you know what? You cannot beat a spag bol. We are coming after Star Striker. Chelsea. You are a Chelsea fan. I've seen your profile picture. Well, you've already got one of the. You already had Pulisic. You've already took Pulisic a couple 3 years ago. When did he sign? 3 years? 4 years? 3 years. But yeah, very interesting. If you do get him, I know we're looking at. We love Poland. I know we're looking at Daniel Marlin. Obviously, we saw him in action yesterday. I know Dortmund are looking at him, not as a replacement for Sancho. So we'll be up front. So if Chelsea somehow generate the money to buy Haaland, because Dubravka under pressure, but keeps a calm head. But yeah, fair play if Chelsea buy him. I mean, you've got your striker, but I was telling the lads, I was like, for me, the only way I could see Haaland leaving was teams pay the 120 million, which you would see like a Real Madrid or a big country, a big team do it. And Chelsea, I mean, Champions League winners. But for Chelsea, I feel like you would offer maybe 60 mil, 70, 80 mil, and Timo Werner for him. I think that was Ribas there. Slips up a little, but still keeps the ball well. And I would say that Poland really have been the better side in the second half. I mean, they got the goal, but really didn't use the momentum as I expected them to do. Early, 30-second goal from Karol Linette. Sort of changed it, because I mean, it makes it so close. It makes it really close. Oh, there we go, that clicked. As a Ribas on the left-hand side puts a good ball in. It's chested down by Lewandowski. But Linette can't get it. Or Linette, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's Karol Linette, I think. Not Sampdoria. Karol Linette plays for. Oh, no, Rowan's got this. Karol Linette, Serie A. It is Torino. There we go. See, I knew it. It was there. It was in the back of my head. But yeah, I mean, if Haaland leaves, I'll be sad. But you know what? And also, well done to Chelsea. Great Champions League game. You do have a very good side. And as much as we joke about Timo Werner not scoring and he loves offside, good contribution. I think Don was after Hudson-Odoi. I know, no offence. I think Hudson-Odoi is very talented. I'd want someone better than him. Or unless you gave us more money and Hudson-Odoi, you know what I mean? It'd be very interesting to see what happens in the transfer window. I don't think Haaland leaves this one. I think Sancho does. But it'll be very interesting, though, because I think a lot of other clubs will be looking to buy a couple of players. I mean, we've already seen it with Liverpool signing Ibrahim Konate, which, I mean, will mean that Leipzig will have to do a little miniature rebuild. And that's going to be a free kick. And it's Ribas going down. And I don't think it was Harsling who was on the floor. He heads the ball when it's on the floor. But in doing that, he trips up Ribas. And it's a dangerous... This is a very dangerous position for a free kick. It really is. It really is. So this is going to be interesting. Martin Dubravka going to have to get his wall lined up perfectly here. And we'll see who's standing over it. Yep, it had to be one man. I do just want to check. Just what was that? Just want to see what that is. But Robert Lewandowski. It's going to be Lewandowski and Zielinski stood over it. Can we see? I'm saying, can we see the goal of the tournament? But unless this is incredible, I think the goal of the tournament will go to Patrick Schick. After scoring earlier against Scotland and David Marshall. I think the UK commentary was very biased. But Lewandowski and Zielinski stood over it. And we'll see here now. Robert Lewandowski. He swings it in and it comes off the head of the wall. And I tell you what, look at how fired up Milan Skriniar was then when he blocked that. It's a good header as well. Flicks it up high. Doesn't head it back to him. Clears it well. And it's going to be another corner. It's going to be a corner now. Zielinski will stand over it. Bednarek. And Lewandowski moving inside the box. Good ball in. Headed away again for another corner. By the man who gave away the first one, Milan Skriniar. The second cross will come in. It's a very high ball. And it looks like, yep, good shielding from Slovakia. Let it go out for a goal kick and defended decently there. Defended very well. Held on. I'm just going to turn that off. Minimise it. Got 20 minutes left in this game. No, we haven't. That's a lie. Can't do that. We've got 30 minutes left in this game. 1-1 right now. And we said we needed goals in the second half just to have an entertaining one. We got one. Very quick. Probably too quick, if we're being honest. But also very lucky that we've got the World Cup. And I think then World Cup qualifiers will be very interesting. I doubt we're going to do any watch-alongs from because we rarely do. But It'll be interesting to see. I mean, the first week, match day week is nearly over. We've only got one more day left, and then we go again. Which is very good. And, I mean, this tournament will finish very quicker than we think. It really will. I hope Sweden beat Spain later. I like backing the underdogs. Some of the best films have had the best underdog stories, and I think Spain have got a very decent side. I think they really do. But as we mentioned in the England one, I've mentioned it today, this group is probably, it's not a group of death because it's not major big teams, but bar Spain, all Poland, Slovakia, Sweden are all teams that are really on the same level, and we've seen it today here, 1-1, a close tie, a really close game. And you know what, let's say if I were doing a watch-along and having to really talk about everything that's going on, I would look back at this game and go, you know what, not an awful game, it was just a really close tie affair, but when you're trying to talk through it and not much is really going on. So Kuko there wins a free kick on Luneta, and Slovakia get it into their possession. Something we haven't really seen from this half. Really has been all Poland so far. I mean, we said that about Netherlands, and then Ukraine came out and bagged 2. Brave defending from Jan Bednarek there. Really brave defending. Getting his head in the action. Yeah, don't forget though, as Gavin said, hopes to beat Spain later. And you can join Josh for the watch along for that. Pass around now, Pekaric on the wing. And there's a player gone down injured here. He's already got a yellow, right? Krakowiak is sent off. A second yellow card. And he's off. Wow. He was so nonchalantly there. That was such a calm yellow card. I just want to watch it because I don't know if the foul's awful. And again, the man that got as practically got himself is Jakub Ormoda. The first foul got him the first yellow card, and the second foul got him the second yellow. Red card, Kuchariak's off. And this game changes completely. And I think it's so out of the blue, that. So out of the blue. I'm just going to move that so I don't break them or spill it with drink. But that really came out of nowhere. The referee held the yellow up and went, oh yeah, that's a red. Question, who do you think is the best veteran player in any position or club currently playing? Mine is Buffon, absolute legend. Obviously moving to Parma. Parma? Yeah. Oof. It's harsh. It's very harsh. But he's already on a yellow. I think that is a yellow in every other situation because he is already on 1. Interesting to see a change here. But yeah, red card. And the veteran question from the Animal Channel. Thank you very much, great name. I'm trying to think. Genuinely, and I don't know if you would call him a veteran, but James Milner at Liverpool. I know he's in the same level as Gianluigi Buffon, don't get me wrong. As this free kick does come in. Headed away by Poland. Hubacham lets it go out for a throw. But yeah, James Milner is definitely one. I know he's not a veteran status like Buffon is. I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic. If you're at AC Milan, young striker like Rafael Leao, you're going to learn so much off him. So I would love to see, if Donnarumma went to Juventus, I would love to see Buffon there for one more season. Let Donnarumma truly learn off Italy, one of Italy's best ever goalkeepers. Gemma's a baller, I guess. Pepe is still playing, and he's still playing at a good level. He really is. I think I'm pretty confident he gets called up for Portugal. And great. I think, if we're being honest, Ronaldo is a veteran. He's 36. He is a veteran of the game. Goran Pandev, because he's technically a veteran and he's still a baller. I'm so glad I'm not doing the Portugal watch long. Because if you know, I need to, it's something not content ballers. FC Wonder Kids or something. It's the guy who pronounces all the Portuguese names properly, but it's just getting memes so much. Nunes, Rumdias, Renato, and for Renato Sancho. I thought it was Finn Bartels. For some reason, I presume Finn Bartels and the Polish coaching staff there. But genuinely, I was like, what is going on? But Gregor Kutroviak has been sent off, and you know what? I did this for the A-League. What I will do is I will just create a little square for a red card. So I had this for my A-League one when Meredith got sent off. If we just put that there, hide it behind. There we go. So red card for Poland, and I mean this game could switch up. I mean, see when you finish, I'll send in the J. Oh, thank you very much, mate. You're a legend. You're an absolute legend, Gavin. You're a hero. We love it. Like Gavin said, just don't forget to share it. The thing is, we were always, regardless of a YouTube channel, we were always going to watch these games. And to be honest, it's nice to watch the games with way more people, hear so many more different opinions. So, if you can get them to join for Josh's Watchalong, we'll appreciate them more. With Josh, you get more high-tier commentary. It genuinely is like... See, look at that. Kyle's the legend as well. We've got some absolute legendary people in this chat. But like on the Sports Corner, it's genuinely like a membership tier. Like when you see like when Josh flashed up who's doing the watch on today, when you see Josh, you're like, oh, you know you're gonna get a great insight into the game, some really good consistent commentary. With KL, you know you're gonna get some really good opinions and some nice little like knowledge about certain players and stuff. With KD, you're gonna get the same thing, knowledge, I think. And with me, you're just gonna get me waffling about certain teams. As well as with the StreamYard thing, so I realise you can't even see the red card because it's a lot higher than the other Watchalong scoreboard top. I need to change. You see the red card? We'll minimise it a little bit. Can we close? There we go. We'll leave it like that. You can see the red card now. Red card for Poland earned. Huge one. Absolutely huge in this game. Because now there's one less man in that midfield. And I don't think the change was made as well. We saw a couple of people warming up. Yeah, we saw a couple of people warming up, but really, is there anyone who... So Jakub Moder is on the bench, the new the Brighton player. Oh, it's a good shot. Went out on loan to let Poznan returned. And returned there. And now I think we'll be playing, hopefully next season. Played full down for Brighton. Played in the Europa League for them. Played a couple of games in the Premier League as well, in the back end of the season. So he could possibly come on as a little bit of a replacement. I didn't form one of the Frenchies, you did. I don't know, I've lost me. Yeah, it's in! And it's Milan Skriniar, probably one of the best players on the pitch today. Slovakia, they were not giving up. They were shooting, they were applying the pressure, and that man, the red card has really boosted them, and that's a great finish. That is a great finish by Milan Skriniar. Definitely not a centre-back's finish. He's won the Serie A. He's now winning. He's nearly won a game in the Euro. I know I said the Europa League, in the Euros. Lovely finish, turns so excellently. Hits it on the sort of half-full volley. Good control. That's a lovely finish. That is an incredible finish from Milan Skriniar. That's it for me. Only see Slovakia scoring more. I think that red card of Kutroviak, and we can look back and say that is an unlucky sending off of Kutroviak, but in any other situation, that is a yellow card. And because he already set himself up, I think that's the thing. I think sometimes in football and referees, they're very scared of giving a second yellow for a challenge that, if they weren't on a yellow, would be one. But Kutroviak has made a couple of challenges and refs warned him. And it's really come back to bite Poland now because Milan Skriniar putting them Slovakia 2-1 up. And now Poland have got to go for it. Poland have got to go for it. No changes though. Now, Poland, they've got to go and they're trying. Don't get me wrong, they are trying to play it through here. It was Josviak. And now it's been switched all the way across the left and such a high line from Poland. Now Jan Bednarek practically operating as a holding midfielder. And it could come back to bite them on the counter-attack. As Bednarek plays actually a really smart pass back to Szczesny. And look at the speed of the Slovakia players push up. Not allowing Poland to play that straight long ball straight away. Lewandowski does well, wins the first header. Heads it well to Zielinski, now under pressure from Hormoda, and that foul will go to Poland. Hormoda on Zielinski. And Slovakia, if they could hold on, it's a huge win for them. Puts them mostly top of the table. We'll wait and see what happens with that game at 8 o'clock. And ball's trying to be played through, and it's just going to be cleared out. Bit of a poor miscommunication there between Dubravka and his defender, Hubacham. Poland have had the possession for quite a bit now. Space in the midfield. On the turn, it's hit. It's way over the crossbar, and it was Zielinski. Waste of a ball. Complete waste of a ball there. Hits it with his left foot, and it's going nowhere near. Yeah, just blazing over. If that were rugby, it'd be a great kick, but it's not. Poland's ball goes back to the feet of Slovakia, who are leading 2-1 here. They took the lead in the first half with a Wojciech Szczesny on goal. Karol Laneta then did equalise 30 seconds into the half of Poland, but then Milan Skriniar with a lovely volley after a red card from Kutroviak. And the momentum is always Slovakia. Dubravka, risky pass there, but clears well by Saka. Lewandowski can't find the pass, and tell you what, he's not had a good game today. And now it's Ondrej Duda to Jakub Hormoda. Back to Duda. Tackles flying around right now. Poland getting frustrated. Click Zielinski. And we're going to see some changes for Poland. It's going to be 19, which is Frankowski, I can tell you that. Couldn't play for Chicago Fire in MLS. Prismaslaw, Frankowski. Obviously, the MLS is still going on, but players obviously can be still called up if you're European. So Frankowski coming on, and it's also Timothée Puchas, who plays for Lech Poznan, will be coming on as well. Left back plays for Lech Poznan, so interesting to see who comes off for Poland as well. As the referee's going to have a word. The big moment here for the substitutes. It's going to be the goal scorer, Karol Laneta. He will come off for Frankowski. And Puchas will come on for Rybus. So out and out changes in both ways. A midfielder for midfielder and left back for left back. Puchas. There we go. See? Learning the pronunciations as well. It's all going great. 15 minutes left in this game. Don't understand it, do I? Ukraine Netherlands 5 goals second half. Poland Slovakia 2 goals. And a red card. I'm getting very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. Good pass into midfield now. So Marek Hamsik, who by the way has been great today. A captain, led really well, but also has passed incredible, created runs. If they've needed him to drift out to the right, he's done that. Speaking on the right, it's going to be with Peter Petrik. Back to Ondrej Duda. Again, another player who's had a good game, worked, and this entire Slovakia side has worked incredibly hard to get back into the game and put an absolute shift in. And they're just going to take the time now. Don't want to rush anything, Slovakia. You've got that goal cushion, and you don't want to make a silly mistake. And, I mean, this passing play from Slovakia was realised to get it out of danger. Dubravka looked like he was going to be caught with his pants down, but the player right now, so now it's a Slovakia counter. Well, it's not even a counter attack; it's just an attack. Robert Mack, the proverbial goal scorer. Really, he's the one who took the shot off the post. No changes from Slovakia yet. Bereziska can't clear it. He got the force to Kamil Glick. And Poland will move. 15 minutes left. Can they take anything? Can they come away with a point? Can they even come away with a win? But he got a goal back now before the 80th minute. We could be looking at another Netherlands-Ukraine as I got. And before I jinxed it last time. I went, oh, they just need Ukraine need a goal at least before the half time, and they got 2. For 80th minute, sorry, and they got 2. I'm not going to say it this time because I will be jinxing things absolutely massively if I say that. But there's going to be a free kick. Be delivered in here for Poland. It is. I do standing over that. Couldn't see his name. It was Zielinski who puts the ball in. Flicked on. Straight. Into the hands of Dubravka. Bednarek with the head puts him straight to the Slovak hands. The Newcastle goalkeeper. Now passing it around here. Slovakia. That's a great ball. Splitting the defenders. Good defending from Kamil Glick. That wasn't even Kamil Glick. That was the winger. Wow, that was Josviak there. It wasn't actually. It wasn't. It was the substitute. My bad. It was the substitute. Puchkash. It's because all I saw was the number 20. And then I didn't see what the other one. And the only one that I knew had 20 on his back for sure on the pitch was Josviak. Speaking of the man, he's driving here. Got past one, bodied one. Frankowski trying to play through to Robert Lewandowski. Poor pass. And what was a lovely drive by Josviak. Oh, that was lovely 50-50 by Berezinski. So Krakowiak will miss the game in next week. I think there's still more goals in the game. That's not a spoiler, by the way, just saying. I'm about to say every time you've gone, I think there might be a goal. Don't think it's over yet. There's been a goal. No, I believe you. I feel like they will, but I don't know who for. Because I feel like Poland could get one back here, even though they are down to 10 men. You obviously saw that. As another sub, Jakub Hormoda is going to come off. I'm about to say, as we saw before with the Netherlands game, it's bad because I didn't have the Netherlands. It wasn't the Netherlands game that had the red card in the other team. This is still one. And it will be Jakub Hormoda come off and Patrick Horozovsky who will come on for Slovakia. Horozovsky plays for Genk. Again, another out and out change. And there's going to be, it's actually a triple change here. Because also we've got, I'm just trying to see the other players that are coming on. Can't see his number. But I think Pekarik is another one coming off. It will Peter Pekarik off and Kostilenic is on. Plays for Slovan Liberec in the Czech League. And again, another out and out change. So no switching up of strategies. I think, is that all the subs? That might be all the subs. I saw there was one more player warming up, but may have not come off yet. Come on yet. But Jakub Hormoda, great game from him. Really bossed that midfield. He's the reason Krychowiak, he wound up the midfielders, especially Krychowiak, is how Krychowiak got sent off. It's one thing he did really well, sort of shutting down, more important than Zielinski, who at one point in his game looked like one of the best players on the pitch. incredible challenge by Duda and Josviak, who is down injured. And he's going to get back up. And it's the one, that's an incredible challenge by Duda. It's one of the things I strongly dislike is with players is they'll go down, and I don't mind them going down trying to win a free kick. But it's just the fact that they wait down and then the other team has to kick it out. Which first of all just slows the game, but also it ruins your chances because you know that the other team is going to easily get the ball. You could have fought back and won it. Another challenge this time. Not a good one from Duda. Into the back of Zielinski. No Zielinski. Of the substitute Puskás, the fullback. But it will be Zielinski who's actually going to cross the ball in. 10-player Poland upset. Tengu is not happy. Either he's not happy or Poland are not happy. But the cross comes in. Headed away. Back to Josviak. Back to Josviak. Puts the ball in. It's Puel. Puel? It's Pua. Kuska clears it. And you know what? Poland haven't done much. They really haven't. I think Robert Lewandowski has been invisible in this game. He really has. One back captain, Hamšík this time. To Duda, who's been fouled as he's trying to run away. Wins the free kick well. I think if we talk about man of the matches so far, it looks like it's got to be a Slovakia player. Milan Skriniar defended really solidly. Hamšík, Duda going forward have tried to create so much for Slovakia. Robert Mack caused the own goal from Szczesny. Jakub Hormoda really solid in the midfield, stopped any dangerous build-up play. I think there are a lot of candidates, and I think if you've got to give one for Poland, Josviak or Zielinski are the two other players. I think Robert Lewandowski, though, we had him here as the one-to-watch player, obviously, because you have to. He's Robert Lewandowski and really hasn't hit the mark. One ball played over the top. Controlled by Szczesny, and I thought he was looking for that long ball over the top, but couldn't find it. Slovakia have kept Robert quiet, haven't they, so far? Yeah. Kept him really quiet. The thing is, I don't think they've even done much. Like, Lewandowski hasn't got his foot on the ball much. I mean, I say that, and he's here now. And we know he can create magic. We know he's got the talent, but we'll just have to lay it off here. Glick. And looking to just, I mean, not long left. 7.5 minutes. And they're forced to go all the way back. Good heavy pressure from Hamšík, Mack, and Duda. Been the three players I pointed out. And opportunity though to come forward. And great defending. And Skriniar's won the foul. Frankowski, the substitute, just trips him over. I mean, Skriniar may have thrown himself a little bit further, but there is enough connection. But Dubravka will take this free kick, and I mean, what a win for Slovakia in this group. Especially, they're probably the underdogs in this group. If you probably asked the majority of the fans, they will maybe say the group probably would finish Slovakia, Poland, Sweden, Spain maybe, or switch Poland and Sweden. But yet, Slovakia have come out good side, structured, haven't looked even massively under pressure, as we will see. Another somebody, it's going to be that Brighton player, Jakub Moda, who will come on. Josviak plays it onto the wing, and it goes out for a corner. Well won by Mateusz Klich. And the Saka, good defender from the Slovak. So I'm so used to like when we do Bundesliga watching, it's like, oh, great defending from the Swiss man with the Kanje. Oh, great defending from the Belgian. Bono! Whoa. I don't know why it had me. It wasn't even good. It was Puskás, the fullback. He hit it on the half volley, and I got excited a little bit. But because it's the Euros, if I go by the Slovak international, Well, they've got to be. That's what they're playing in. It's a Glick, I think. I wrote Slovakia off from the start, but they deserved the 3 points they hold here. Poland have been so disappointed. And we're going to see another click come off home. Jack and Moda come on. And then the other substitute, with one more for Poland. Zversky will come on, Karol Zversky. Plays for Park. Going to come on for Zielinski, who, if we're looking at Poland, probably being one of the better players for Poland in this loss so far. Bit of striker. So I've got actual 2 strikers up front now. So can they get here? 5 minutes left for either Slovakia to win this game and hold out, or get a game-ending goal, or can Poland get one more back? And they really need a goal, and it's an opportunity. Pukash does really well, and then he trips over his own feet. The ball stayed in the play though. Oh. And there's a man gone down there. That's Kuka. Just comes in, absolutely bodies the ball. Went down clutching his shoulder, I'm saying. Not the most comfortable landing. And there's going to be a double change for Slovakia. Duris and Suslu coming on. Mikhail Duris. Forward. Plays for Romania. No, don't it? Plays for AC Ammonia. I never said plays for his wife. But plays for AC Ammonia in Cyprus. And Neil said he plays for his wife then. His wife's name. That would be Duris. And then I think Suslov. Thomas Suslov coming on for Robert Mack. Scores the goal. 19 years old. Plays at FC Groningen in the Eredivisie. But 19 years old. You know if a player's good if when you search their name, it comes up with highlights package. So there's Thomas Suslov, beast in the making, skills and goals. I think Wolverhampton were looking at him. Someone in the article called him the Slovakian David Silva. But 19-year-old coming on, try to make an impact in this game. It's a good ball in between. Which always dipping. It took a deflection. It was a substitute, Pushka. Took a deflection. But the way that Dubravka was running there, he really wasn't confident with it. But Jacko Moda will take this corner, cross it in. Can Poland win it at the depth? Moda whips it in. He saw there was a bit of an open net there. Did you watch the Brazilian game? I didn't. I saw Marquinhos' goal. I put on for a bit and I ended up not watching it. But I saw that Marquinhos scored. Did it finish 1-0? Where are they? Brazil? 3-0. On Sky Sports they don't have it, which is very typical of them, innit? Japan women though won 5-1, which is a great win over Mexico as well. Mexico drew 0-0 with Honduras. Was it Mexico's main team as well? It's an Alvarez. Jesus Corona. Couple of omissions like Hervin Lozano, but they had a couple, Hector Moreno as well. Well done Honduras, holding them to 0 now. I know that the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, I would actually be very interested in watching that. Korea Republic also picked up a win last night in their Asian qualifying. They really needed that. Struggled a little bit. No, yeah, that's a lie. They definitely did struggle. You can buy Hell in a Cell for 99p. I just saw an advert there. That's unreal price. Argentina vs Chile tonight. BBC iPlayer if you want to watch that. Yeah, I saw that was on tonight. Dude has cleared it. And Glick there. Under pressure and... I mean, that could have been... I could have seen that as a foul there. There's a player gone down injured. And it's a tactical foul there. By Kuska again. Is what he's done. He still hasn't got a yellow card. Kuska. But that is like his 4th foul of the game. I don't know how he's not got one yet. It was Andrzej Duda who kept the ball in, but went down injured. It's going to be a free kick here because Kuszka just loves a foul, and with 20 seconds left on the clock, can Poland get a last-minute equaliser and come away and practically steal a point? Jakub Moder stands over it. Only a one-man wall. The cross comes in. Dubravka punches out. Frankowski, 4 minutes at a time. Definitely enough time to get back into this game. Cross comes in. Bednarek just puts it past the post. The centre half. Well, we saw a centre half scoring earlier on in this game with Milan Skriniar. And Jan Bednarek scuffs his first shot, and then on this turn with his left foot, just past the post, inches wide of that right hand side of the post. So close. 4 minutes injury. Jan Bednarek. And we're going to see another change from Slovakia. Andrzej Duda will be coming off one of the players of the game for Slovakia, and Jan Grigus coming on. Currently plays for Minnesota United. The MLS, another MLS contingent in this side. But yeah, Andrzej Duda, great today. Been really good, the Cologne sort of forward as that main striker for them. Poland are complaining about something. I don't know what they're complaining about, but Dubravka will kick this ball up high. Slovakia hold on, need to hold up for 3 minutes, and Poland need to go for it. In this free kick, they're going to go long. And it's going to be Szczesny who's going to ping it up. He'll kick it high up in the air. Doesn't find anyone. We'll go for a Polish throw-in though. Deep into Slovakia's half. Half. Used all their changes now, Slovakia. Poland got one left if they want to use it. It's late on though. Pukas. Sorry. Pass was blocked. Ooh, awful clearance by Hamšík. Take it back, it was a great clearance. It was a really good clearance, in fact. And the ball's going to go back to Szczesny. Under great pressure from the substitute, Shushlo. Flicked on. Frankowski chasing. Doesn't win it. The throw-in's took quick. And Poland just going here. 1.5 minutes left. Cross is blocked. It's fallen to outside the box now. Pua cross back into the box. And Slovakia. Grigus. Up against Josviak. Poland still with the ball. Good ball out onto the wing. Cross comes in. It's fallen to Lewandowski. He lays it off. Shot outside the box. And Dubravka saved it with his hands. I thought there was a chance. Lewandowski on ball. Swiderski with the shot. But Lewandowski holds the ball so well. Allows Swiderski with the shot. And Dubravka parries it and then catches it. 40 minutes left in this game. 40 seconds left in this game. And they may get one last chance. 30 seconds left on the clock. Puskan. Crosses the ball in. And it goes out of play. It'll go for a Slovakian goal kick. That could spell the end of this game. 15 seconds left. Is this game over? It should be. It really should be. Poland, a game that they possibly should have won. They got back into it. The red card though for Gregor Kitroviak really has ruined the Polish game. And it's a game that Slovakia did well. They forced Kitroviak even before he got the second yellow card They force him to foul. But the whistle will blow. And what a huge win for Slovakia here in their first game of this European campaign. They will be at top of the group with Spain and Sweden to play later. And you know what? Ended a very interesting game. I mean, I love a second half apparently. With the game opened up, Wojciech Szczesny, own goal from a lovely piece of football from Robert Mack. Shoots, hits the post off the back of Szczesny. Then, straight off the half, 30 seconds in, Karol Laneta put it in the back of the net to equalise the game up. Then Gregor Kutroviak gets his second yellow of the game after a foul on Jakub Hormoda. We saw it happen twice, Hormoda getting him sent off basically, double yellow for Kutroviak. And then, literally 7 minutes later, from a corner, Milan Skriniar hits it on the volley, puts it in the back of the net past Wojciech Szczesny. And Slovakia are your winners. And that's a huge win for this team, who genuinely played so well. I think that front four, especially though Duda, Hamšík and Mack, Duda's work rate, incredible. Hamšík's movement and passing, incredible. Robert Mack's footwork, great. Harrison, he had moments of skillfulness as well. Jakub Hormoda and Kuka, just annoying, but in the best way possible if you were a Slovakian fan. Hormoda was forcing people to foul him. Kucha was doing the opposite. He was just fouling everybody. Somehow didn't even end the game with a yellow card. Milan Skriniar and Saka, quite resilient in the back. Pekarik, his overlapping run worked well. Hubichan didn't do pretty much. But the Slovakian team played well. Robert Lewandowski and Fortune just really invisible today. Couldn't get anything going for him. Zielinski, energetic. Klich, I don't think had a bad game. Josviak, I mean, he is one that I think Poland will be glad that they had him, because he was trying to create stuff, the 23-year-old plays for Derby. But great, good game. Really good second half, which I feel like I've been blessed with very recently. If you are new, don't forget to check out the Sports Corner. You're already on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Twitter at @the_top corner. The website is thesports-corner.com, and the Instagram is the_sports corner_. You can see when we're going to live. And also, if you don't be able to catch the lineups, we always do post the lineups as well before the game. We look at the head-to-head. Slovakia now make it 5 wins and 5 defeats for Poland. Yeah, thank you to everyone that's joining. Kyle, thank you very much for putting up the links. Before we go, this is what's coming up on the channel. Josh and KD will be live at 10 to 8 for Spain versus Sweden, that final Group E game, and I'm sure they'll be watching that Slovakia game, noticing how well they played. Then tomorrow, Josh will be live for Hungary, Portugal. That's at 10 to 5. Again, should be another really good game. And then the biggest game of this match week, France versus Germany, 10 to 8. That will be with KD. Going to be great. And then I will be back for the match day 2. Finland versus Russia. Finland coming off a historic win. Russia going off a poor performance against Belgium. Then KL later on that evening will be live with Italy versus Switzerland. Switzerland coming off a disappointing draw. They should have won it. Italy coming off a great win, but they've got Brio Donald and Bolo, who I said this could be his breakout tournament season. But game ends. Slovakia 2-1 up. Gregor Kutroviak, red card. Thank you to everyone watching. I genuinely do appreciate it. Don't forget to go join Josh later on tonight. And peace.